Welcome back. Sometimes it's a great pleasure on this program to be able to go a little bit more slowly. Of course, we love the shows that are packed full of hijinks and all kinds of fun and serious topics. Tonight, we go a little bit more slowly to include some conversation with a fellow who has been a firm friend. He is a wonderful supporter for the entire music scene here in the greater Salt Lake City area. He is a hail fellow, well met whenever I run into him at the Green Pig. Watching a Folk Hogan show, you never know where you're going to run into this fellow. He has a tour coming up, which he's very excited about, as well as a brand new record called For Heidi. It is my pleasure to welcome to the program, Jeff Dillon. What's up, brother?
How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Wow. I'm doing good. You got a beating on me, man. Finally get me on the couch and just beat on me.
That's right. You thought that this is a little bit of a trick job.
Yeah, no, it's good, though. It's good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You getting ready? You got a lot happening.
Dude,
a record coming out.
There's so much going on. Yeah, absolutely. The record's coming out. April 21st, which also happens to be night one of the spring tour with our mutual friend Nick Passy of Folk Hogan that you were just speaking of. So me and Nick are hitting the road. We're going to be gone for a week and a half. It's pretty exciting. So like the Salt Lake show, the 21st, that's his record release show for his solo album. And then we're hitting the Pacific Northwest. We're going to Boise, Seattle, Portland, Eugene. We're playing a Chinese restaurant in Medford, Oregon, and they're paying us in Chinese food, so I'm really excited about that. We're playing in Berkeley and Reno, and then the last night of the tour is in Ogden, and that's going to be my record release show. So it's a really, really awesome, really amazing way for us to get that all put together and worked out. So
bookending, that's fantastic, man. So before I go any further, because I'm going to be mentally putting them in my calendar.
My goodness.
Where is the kickoff show on the 21st?
So the kickoff show at the 21st is at the Acoustic Space downtown. Yeah,
Wonderful.
I've never played there, and I'm really excited.
It's awesome.
And we've got pre-sale tickets for that. They're $10 ahead of time, $15 at the door. So anybody can hit either of our websites or hit us up personally. I'm a big fan of delivering, so we'll do that.
That's fun.
And then the home show. My record release show is in Ogden at the Sand Trap, which is kind of like my haunt. So I love the traps. So.
I have to confess, I haven't spent a ton of time in Ogden. But folks who watch the show with any regularity know I'm a huge fan of Ogden and all of its wonderful residents. I've been to pretty much all the fun spots. Haven't been to the Sand Trap, so see, that's why I'm getting my mental
April 29th.
calendar put
You're already
together.
on the guest list.
Oh
you
my
just
gosh,
got to show up, dude.
This is good.
Yeah.
The perks of hosting a
You
television
put me on the
show.
couch, you get in on the list.
Hey,
that's
I'm
how it
so
works.
glad that it's working well. So talk a little bit about this record. Talk about it in the larger context of what you've been doing for a while. You've got a band you've put together now. We're gonna see some video in a minute, but just talk about kind of the anniversary of where you are now in your career.
I'm coming up on 2 years since I played my first show as a solo artist. And it's really excited. I've been working on this particular record for a while now. I've been keeping saying it's coming out and it's coming out and it's coming out. And you know, unfortunately for an indie DIY guy who's basically paying for everything out of pocket, you know, personal expenses, bills, things like that just keep getting in the way. But
absolutely,
the stars have aligned and it's time for it to come out. I've been working with some really good people. My good friend Mike Frazier, who's another singer-songwriter guy. He's based out of Virginia. Fantastic. I actually sent you a link to his record once. You were like, hey, I got some extra iTunes cash. And I said, download his record. So if you haven't yet, go do it.
I will. I still have iTunes cash.
But Mikey's awesome. He's been really good. He's been really supportive. I actually flew out to Virginia last August, the end of August. And I worked with him. He helped produce the record. We did it at Front and Center Recordings in West Virginia with Levi Miller, who is just a genius. And those boys helped me really find the sound that I needed, finally kind of bring to life that Jeff Dillon sound. And I actually just barely got masters back Sunday morning. And I don't know, it's a dream. Like this is 20 years in the making, you know.
Yeah.
So it's really emotional, actually, to finally be able to have this thing that I've worked for arguably like most of my life, and it's a month away from not being mine anymore, and it's a month away from being everybody else's, and that's really exciting.
That's so beautifully said, and what a great thing to. Records get released every day,
yeah.
But to have the context of the journey that you've taken in all of the influences in your life,
yeah.
To get to this point, like you say, the sacrifices, the challenges, all of those things that go into getting to this point, and you're a grown-up. This has got right. This has got so much of real life of yours in its flesh and blood.
Yeah.
It's so cool. It's just great, man. Talk about the inspiration. Talk about for Heidi.
My older sister Heidi is the best person I know. You want to talk about National Women's Day? It's a perfect time to talk about her. She's strong. She's amazing. And I felt that she's given so much to me and supported me so much in my lifetime that this was a beautiful and poignant way for me to be able to give something back to her, to show her that all that work that she's put in and making me the man I am, this is me saying thank you to her. So it just felt right.
That's really cool. And to try and imagine, like if I suppose like getting an Oscar or something, you know, the call comes, you know, and you wake up and, hi, this is Terry, and someone on the other end of the line says, hey, Terry, just wanted to let you know that there's a record album that's being released that not only is in your honor, but is named after you. That's huge. That's really, that's a gorgeous thing,
She was pretty emotional when I called her. I sent her the record cover. The cover for the record, and I said, you know, before this pops up on the internet or somewhere else, you need to see this first. So, I think she's happy, and that's what matters to me. So, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's really great,
I'm
man.
Stoked, man.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
because
you very much.
the good feelings from that never end.
Yeah.
It keeps going. It always is a beautiful, poignant thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so 21st to the 29th, you're out on the road.
Yep.
To the PNW all over the place.
Yeah.
And it's Nick Passy and Jeff Dillon on tour. For folks who might be watching on the interwebs and in those areas, make sure to get more information by connecting with these guys. Is Facebook the best way to do it?
Facebook works for either of us. We both have our music pages, Jeff Dillon, Nick Passy. You can find either of them. My personal website is jeffdillonmusic.com. His is nickpassy.com /music. I mean, he does graphic design and all of that, like the logo behind me.
Super talented.
He did that. So nickpassy.com is a fantastic website to go to anyway.
That's right. Promotional goods, pins, patches.
Anything anybody needs, Nick can make it. And he loves doing it, and that's the best part. It's been such a joy to work with him through everything.
That's really cool.
So being able to go out on the road with him, like I can't even fathom it. But yeah, nickpassy.com /music is his as well. So,
all right, let's talk video.
All right,
we're gonna see some. You want to set it up?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is the music video for the first single off of the record. The song is called "The Men in My Life." And it's really kind of cool because I was actually talking to the missus the other day. I almost stopped playing this song live because I wasn't happy with it. And then in the studio, me and Mikey sat down. We found the soul of the song. We found where it was at, and now it's the lead single off the record. And we did a really special video. I worked with John Bills from Model Rocket Media, who is local here in Utah. He's done a lot of work. He's done work with Lindsey Sterling. He's done a lot of work with BYU. He's a Utah Emmy Award winner.
Very cool.
And he has a fantastic YouTube series called Sci-Fi Cantina as well. So he's incredibly talented. He took the very menial amount of content and stuff that we had available to us and created a music video that gets me pretty emotional to watch every time. So,
well, I'm excited to take it for a spin right now.
Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Dillon for The Men in My Life.